Why the Manga stories? It's to give you an idea of some of the stories in the Manga stories that is different from the series. And just to warn you guys that this is not the beginning of the series, but it's to tell you some of the ideas I created and figured out and probably would make it to the series. Now in this video we'll be doing one of my favorite episodes in the Manga stories, where Gilbert finally gets a Z crystal in one of the trials here in the Alola region, and it's the Brooklet Hill trial. Now the Japanese title is called the Brooklet Hill, the school Totem Pokémon challenge, and then the English version is right here, the one I made right here. Now this one I written it last year, I think it was around 8th March 2018. You can see that I kind of re-looked at this around May, so you can imagine the last time I actually the last times I looked at this, but I looked at it again, and it's one of my favorite episodes, and I really wanted to share this episode here in this fantastic content right here. Now let's get right into this. Now the episode starts with Kukui with Gilbert's Rockruff, because I think Gilbert didn't want to use his Rockruff in this trial, and Olivia meet, and she cusses Kukui about how he wears his jacket. This is like in the games where, like, when Olivia always teases Kukui about about how he dresses. So I put that in the episode. But this one said Kukui, Hala, Olivia, and our hero's friend, the unknown captain Lana helps Gilbert about the Totem Pokémon. So the unknown captain Lana helps Gilbert with the Totem Pokémon and how and when it should be done. Tapu Lily, one of the legendary Pokemon in the Alola region, also watches Gilbert in this trial. So the trial starts. Gilbert does an errand task about the vigorous splashing that could be caused by a huge and dangerous Pokemon, and updates his raid pager to use for the errand for the investigation. So exactly like the games, we'll be looking here about some investigation about what's going on, about the splashes, and then all of a sudden you get to see what's going on that will lead you to the Empire. So Gilbert and Froakie had a hard time, but Gilbert got his head that this is part of the training with this Pokemon, especially when it started to rain. They all found out that it is a Pokemon called Wishiwashi, if that's how you pronounce it, that is causing the big splash, and then more rain came down. Gilbert also uses the Pokefinder from the Rotom Dex to see and to capture pictures, so exactly like the games. Also to check what this Wishiwashi Pokemon was. After that was done, he went down the hill, and Captain Lana shows herself that she is the captain of the Brooklet Hill. So after, when Gilbert's done and show herself that she's the captain of the Brooklet Hill, Gilbert decides to use Froakie, Popplio, and Pecky against the Totem Pokemon Wishiwashi. So when Gilbert finally uses the right pager to get onto the sea, I think that was a Lapras like in the games, Gilbert goes towards that place of the trial and realizes actually the rain is heavy, it's coming down, and Gilbert says that I'm going to use Froakie, Popplio, and Pecky, and then after that, when the Wishiwashi appears, you can see that its flare aura is boosted with its defense stats. Now this also brought a thunder crushing over the open sea, and also, as I said, the Lapras, the page where Gilbert was riding, was trembling. Our friend says, why didn't Gilbert use Rowlet? Yeah, why did Gilbert use Rowlet? When Dyer pointed out that Gilbert is looking for an opening for an attack from underwater in the air to defeat it in a strategy, instead of just using a super effective Pokemon against it straight away and attack. Gilbert is learning from his first trial and in the school training, in which Hala, Kukui with Gilbert's Rockruff, Olivia and Gilbert's mom, and the known captain Lana was impressed with. So prior to this episode, there had been a lot of trial training to make sure that, you know, our hero, especially Gilbert here, is ready here for the trial. Because don't forget that the trial is completely different here from the other regions that there's gym leaders, as well as we all know from the new Generation 8 or the Alola region, that one's called Gym Master. So everything is now changing. So this is also different. So that's why that Gilbert's saying, look, I think I have to battle this Totem Pokemon a little bit differently than how we use it against gym leaders and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So Gilbert uses Froakie in Popular here for the first round. Now the Totem Pokemon here in the Manga story is a little bit different, as Gilbert is able to use 3 Pokemon at once against a massive Totem Pokemon. You know what I mean? The Totem Pokemon size is bigger than the original size they see in the wild, so we all know that. And also, don't forget that we see the SOS partner coming in right after. So then that is why that, you know, Gilbert, you know, and you know, anybody in the Manga store is able to use 3 Pokemon at once. So basically, Gilbert uses Froakie Popular first. So Froakie Popular gets the upper hand just for a little bit the first turn. But when Wishiwashi changes it into his school form and brought in the SOS partner in, things change for the worst. And then when Peki was damaged through Wishiwashi water gun and he was hitting the ground very, very badly, when he was showing his strength, Gilbert went there to hug it and said that you don't have to show your best or show your worth. Now, this one, Wishiwashi's water gun was so powerful that it hit Peki on the ground, not in the water, but in the ground there where Lana, you know, like, you know, in the games there where you talk to Lana before you battle the Totem Pokemon. That's where Peki was hit, and then Gilbert, Gilbert with the Page Rider Pokemon Lapras, you know, obviously, surfs their back and trying to get Peki, and then Gilbert's like, look, Peki, you don't have to show your worth, you don't have to show your strength, you don't have to do that. You know, it's all right, it's okay. But Peki was still angry and wanted to show Gilbert his worth and never give up attitude that Gilbert has taught his Pokemon. And then after that, because of that determination to show Gilbert, and because he was hit badly by the Wishiwashi school from water gun, this amazing thing happens. Peki cried out and evolved into Trumbeak right there. Absolutely brilliant. So it cried out and then it evolved into Trumbeak. Everybody saw it and they're like, whoa, Peki is now evolving. It really wants to do this. And then Peki learns Bullet Seed, obviously because it says from an early attempt from when he was a Peki. Yes, Gilbert was trying to teach Peki Bullet Seed in the previous episodes, but Peki was still struggling to let's say to get a hang of Bullet Seed. So it was a little difficult for Peki, and also learn Drill Peck, which is actually a fantastic attack right there. Gilbert started to notice that Trumbeak aptitude for battle, like freaking Litten, when it shot out Bullet Seeds in the air. For Gilbert to know it learned the move straight away. For Gilbert to know it learned the move that I'll be working on here for a while. There, that's what we'll talk about the Bullet Seed right there. And then it tends to get angry all the time. And Trumbeak and Gilbert hug to say that everything's okay. So then they went off to continue with the battle. So then basically Gilbert go back on Lapras, the Page Rider Pokemon, go towards Wishiwashi, and then go towards the Totem Pokemon Wishiwashi, the school form, and the SOS partner. So Froakie hit first with Hydro Pump and then dive in the water, while Popplio did this Armament voice, and Trumbeak defeats Wishiwashi SOS partner Alomola. Alomomola. What a name. I mean, wow, man, these people. Wow, that's a name. But anyway, yes. With obviously Froakie did double team. No, not Froakie, sorry. Trumbeak defeats the SOS partner with double team, will attack Drill Peck coming from the air with high speed, and then it was up. Now we got Wishiwashi itself to deal with. But don't forget that this, when it gets difficult, because it's against the school form. So Gilbert had a plan, but it won't be easy to execute in timing. But Gilbert gave it a try because of the opening still wasn't great. So Gilbert commanded Pop player to use Water Pulse, then Trumbeak to do Drill Peck, but then it tried to hit Wishiwashi, but then Gilbert told it to aim in the sky with Double Team, but the Wishiwashi dodged it. Then Froakie to do Ice Water Shogun right there, one of Gilbert's creative moves. Don't forget, guys, that in the manga stories, I should mention this once again, that Gilbert didn't just teach the Water Shogun move to Froakie just like that. Froakie learned the Ice Water Shogun when it was synced with Gilbert in Carlos. So I think I mentioned this in the first video that that Ash Greninja. So in a weird way, it's Gilbert Froakie. Or Gilbert Froakie or Gil Froakie, you know what I mean? Something like that when Gilbert was synced. And then, you know, because Ice Water Shogun is such a powerful move for Froakie to learn, Froakie learned Ice Water Shogun through when he was synced. So that's why Froakie's now because Froakie is able to use it, you know, a lot. Now Froakie can do it with ease, but as I said before, the Ice Water Shogun is a powerful move, and don't forget that it also raises Froakie's attack, special attack, and speed stats right there. And then Gilbert execute the plan, your foot Trumbeak to continue to fly up in the air and to drop down with speed. And Froakie dive in the water and then use Aqua Jet with a lightning speed to the surface, and then Pop Play to start first to drive into Wishiwashi with his Almond Voice to give damage. Now this is when, all of this is when Gilbert had to use a timing attack with 3 of the Pokemon had to hit almost at the same time for the opening year to defeat the Totem Pokémon. That's why that Gilbert mentioned before that Gilbert had a plan, but didn't know if the timing was going to be executed properly. You know, but Gilbert said that I will give it a try because the opening still wasn't great, as I said before. So then, let me say it again. So, Gilbert popularly started with Water Pulse, and then Trumbeak the Drill Peck. But then it tried to hit Wishiwashi. Let me say that again. But then Gilbert told it to aim in the sky with Double Team to dodge the attack from Wishiwashi. Then Froakie do Ice Water Shogun. So I think what happened is that Trumbeak tried to attack, but then Wishiwashi did attack, and then Trumbeak did Double Team to kind of dodge the move, which was a close one. So that's good that I rephrased that, because I thought that actually Wishiwashi dodged Trumbeak's move, but actually it was that Trumbeak were going to do Drill Peck against Wishiwashi, and trying to aim it to the sky. But then what happened is that Wishiwashi tried to attack Trumbeak, but Trumbeak dodged it by the Double Team. And then after Froakie to do Ice Water Shogun. And then Gilbert said that this is when he has to try to execute. Now this is when Gilbert has to execute the plan. So let's see. So then Gilbert is now going to try to execute the plan, but it has to be in such timing. Now this is when the brilliant thing happened right here. So Trumbeak is continuing to fly up in the air and then to drop down with speed again. Drop down with speed. Now Froakie to dive in the water and then to Ice Water Shogun with lightning speed to the surface. So then at the same time, Trumbeak flies up in the air, then flying down with speed, and then Froakie is going down in the sea and then swimming back up with Aqua Jets. So Trumbeak flying down, Froakie is actually swimming back up, but with Aqua Jet and lightning speed to the surface. You can see right there. And then after that, Gilbert tells Popplio to start first drive in to Wishiwashi with this army voice. Now this gives damage. Now this is something, because Wishiwashi hit Popplio with a powerful move, Hydro Pump. So then you can imagine, even though that Hydro Pump won't be that effective against another water type with Popplio still handled it by Gilbert saying, dive into water with your dancing moves to make you safe. Let's go, buddy. And then after that, what happened is that Popplio did that, landing in the sea in style. And then after that, you see Trumbeak with Bullet Seed with fast-paced quick attack. So Gilbert says, fast-paced quick attack with Bullet Seed, let's go! And he does that. And then after that here, it gives a lot of damage to Wishiwashi. And then Froakie comes out in the air. And then Froakie comes out of the water with the Aqua Jet, with that lightning speed. And then you hit Wishiwashi with Iron Pound in the air. So you know what I mean? So then Froakie is coming out of the water, because Froakie is swimming so fast with Aqua Jet. You know what I mean? Like if he was to now jump out of the water, you know that Froakie's now he's like in the air because of that lightning speed of Aqua Jet when he was swimming. Now he's driving down and he's able to hit Wishiwashi with Iron Pound, which Froakie span, and his right arm glowing. So let's see, his right hand arm glowed and hit Wishiwashi, which give obviously 2 times damage, because obviously Froakie was spinning. So that means that after when Froakie comes out of the water, he's now in the air, and now he's able to hit Wishiwashi with Iron Pound while spinning, and then the right arm glowing hits him. The only reason why is that Gilbert tells Trumbeak and Froakie to go towards Wishiwashi in their position in fast pace, because just imagine if one of them was slow, then you know that Wishiwashi will able to reposition itself and able to hit the second Pokemon that comes after the first one. Like hit Froakie, for example, if Froakie was slow. So everything had to be in timing. And then after that, when Froakie when he hits Wishiwashi with that real damage, then the screw form automatically just dismantles. And then we know that Gilbert have won. So it was such a fast pace, because Popplio did so well to get the opening when it attempted to do Hydro Pump, but then obviously Wishiwashi, the screw form, just read it. And then after that, it gave Trumbeak and Froakie to finish off Wishiwashi, with obviously Trumbeak flying from above, and also Froakie from swimming with Aqua Jet in such lightning speed from below. Obviously Trumbeak hits it with Bullet Seed with fast quick attack that give a lot of damage, and then Froakie comes out of the water with that fast pace. Now Froakie's up in the air, and then Froakie's able to do Iron Pound in the air, and then able to just destroy Wishiwashi, with that final hit, and then the screw form absolutely dismantles, and then all of a sudden from that brilliant executed timing tactics, Gilbert had won, and Gilbert's Froakie, Popplio, and Trumbeak all hugged Gilbert in their victory. It's absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant. It's an absolutely well-timed attack, because Gilbert had to make sure that Gilbert and his Pokemon was not going to die down from this battle, and Gilbert made sure that his Pokemon were fast enough to make sure that the opening wouldn't close, and that Trumbeak and Froakie got there just on time with such pace, with such lightning speed to destroy Wishiwashi, the Totem Pokemon once and for all. Everyone knew that without Pecky Peck evolving to Trumbeak, Gilbert maybe could have lost. And Gilbert found out that his Pecky Peck before loved battling like Froakie and Litten, in which he has seen ever since he first caught it, and the battle he had won, and Trumbeak is now powerful and loved to show his worth. Exactly like when Gilbert said that, you know, like Froakie, you don't have to show your worth, you don't have to show your strength. But Pecky Peck knew. Pecky Peck said that, you know, Gilbert said to Pecky Peck, no, I don't want to. No, you don't have to show your strength. And then Pecky Peck was like, nah, he hit me that bad. I'm going to evolve. I want to show you my worth. And then, you know, the Trumbeak is powerful, love to show his worth, and up to do for battle like Sceptile, Blaziken, and Froakie. And then from the Captain Lana, Gilbert received the Waternim Z Crystal, which changed into Froakie's Z Crystal by Tapu Lele by clearing the Brooklet Hill challenge. So I'm thinking that again, the Waternim Z Crystal changed also to another Froakie Z Crystal, because you see that it's like which changed into Froakie's Venom Crystal by Tapu Lele by clearing the Brooklet Hill challenge. You can just see right there that Tapu Lele, you know, adore Gilbert, like Tapu Koko, and you know, and also take a liking to Gilbert right there for clearing the Brooklet Hill challenge. Lana explained the Z move technique is for Wisdom Z Crystal. I think obviously we know Gilbert won that, but that has now changed it to the Froakie Z. But I'm thinking that probably Gilbert might just have the Froakie Z Crystal and this one together. So then this one is for the Hydro Voltix, you know what I'm saying? And that she mentioned and then also mentions to Gilbert that, you know, about her challenge against her. Please do smash a like in this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and put your notification bell on for more content coming up, because we're all looking forward. Thanks again for your patience, love, and your overwhelming and continued support. Take care of yourself, bless, peace, and I'll speak to you next time.